The Children's Hour by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, 1802 to 1882. Between the dark and the daylight, when the night is beginning to lower, comes a pause in the day's occupations that is known as the children's hour. I hear in the chamber above me the patter of little feet, the sound of a door that is opened, and voices soft and sweet. From my study I see in the lamplight, descending the broad hall stair, grave Alice and laughing Allegra, and Edith with golden hair. A whisper and then a silence, yet I know by their merry eyes they are plotting and planning together to take me by surprise. A sudden rush from the stairway, a sudden raid from the hall, by 3 doors left unguarded, they enter my castle wall. They climb up into my turret, o'er the arms and back of my chair. If I try to escape, they surround me. They seem to be everywhere. They almost devour me with kisses, their arms about me entwine, till I think of the Bishop of Bingen in his mouse tower on the Rhine. Do you think, O blue-eyed banditti, because you have scaled the wall, such an old moustache as I is not a match for you all? I have you fast in my fortress, and will not let you depart, but put you down into the dungeon, in the round tower of my heart. And there will I keep you forever, yes, forever and a day, till the walls shall crumble to ruin, and moulder in dust away. Okay, this is a poem by Longfellow, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. He was an American. He was born and brought up in Maine. He became a professor at Harvard University. And let's see, the 3 names here are his children, and this, I think, this poem is a poem to about his love for his children, about being part of his children, part of his children's life. And Alice, Edith, and Allegra are his children. And he's telling the story of how one day they in the evening they come rushing into his room and they climb all over him, and he becomes part of their fantasy, because for them it's like they are sieging the tower of a great mighty person, or a mighty king. And he says that he's going to take them and hide them in his tower of love for them, and he's going to love them forever. And this poem, it describes the love of the father for his children, that how he loves them, and it's how he becomes part of their fantasy. So let's look at this. Between the dark and the daylight, when the night is beginning to, well, I would say lower, because it'll rhyme with hour at the end, to lower, comes a pause in the day's occupation that is known as the children's hour. So it's getting dark, it's in the evening, it's getting dark, and night is coming on, and this is the time known as the children's hour. And this first verse is very clever, because it's all written in the passive, and that's this bit is an introduction. It's the introduction. It's setting the scene. And we have no people. It doesn't say who does what. It's just talking about the time and the scene and the place. So it's getting dark and it's children's hour. I hear the chamber above me. In the chamber above me, the patter of little feet, the sound of a door that is opened, and voices soft and sweet. So the children, normally the children's nursery is upstairs, and I hear a door opening upstairs, and I hear little feet and sweet soft voices. And here, let's see, we already have this idea. The voices are soft and sweet, and the patter of little feet. This is a very sweet description of it. And also, though, the chamber, it's got almost this idea of a medieval fairy tale. From my study I see in the lamplight, descending the broad hall stair, grave Alice and laughing Allegra, and Edith with golden hair. So he's sitting in his study, and in the lamplight he can see the children, 3 of his children, coming down the stairs. And those children are Alice, who is very serious, Allegra, who is laughing and very happy, and Edith, who has golden hair. So here come the children. A whisper, and then a silence. Yet I know by their merry eyes they are plotting and planning together to take me by surprise. So I hear a whispering and then silence. And I know from the happy look in their eyes they're going to surprise me. They're going to jump me. Yeah, they're plotting and planning together to do something to me. A sudden rush from the stairway, a sudden raid from the hall. By 3 doors left unguarded, they enter my castle wall. So the children suddenly rush upon him. One rushes from the stairway. A raid. This is like medieval soldiers attacking a castle, and they take him by 3 different unguarded doors. They all come into him. They come into his castle, and his castle is his study. So they are like invading armies coming into his domain. And this is a lovely metaphor, but this is the children's game. This is what the children are imagining. They climb up into my turret, or the arms and the back of my chair. So they climb up the turret of the castle, but they climb up over me. I'm sitting in my chair, and they climb over the arms of my chair, and they climb up my body. They climb onto my head, and clearly they're going to hug me. If I try to escape, they surround me. They seem to be everywhere. Well, he's sitting in his chair, and he's got 3 children on him. And they all climbed up onto him. They're on his lap. They're probably hugging him. They almost devour me with kisses. Their arms about me entwine. So they're eating him. They're covering him with kisses. And their arms are twined around him. Till I think of the Bishop of Bingen in his mouse tower on the Rhine. Okay, this is a medieval legend. The Bishop of Bingen was a cruel and unfair leader, and there was a famine and his people were dying of hunger, but he didn't do anything to help them. And I think he had lots of food in his tower, and the rats invaded his tower. And that's why his mouse tower, I think the rats and mice invaded his tower on the Rhine. So he's thinking that maybe he's the Bishop of Bingen being attacked by the rats. Do you think, O blue-eyed banditti, because you have scaled the wall. Such an old moustache as I is not a match for you all. So blue-eyed, so his children have blue-eyed, banditti, bandits, he's calling them blue-eyed bandits, a group of outlaws, and because you have scaled the wall, because you've climbed to scale, because you've scaled the wall of the castle, do you think I, an old moustache as I am, an adult as me, is not a match for you all? Don't you think I can stop you? Don't you think I can capture you? Don't you think I am stronger than you? I have you fast in my fortress. You are now inside my castle, and will not let you depart. I'm not going to let you get away. I've got you all. You're here. But put you down into the dungeon, in the round tower of my heart. So I'm going to put you all into the dungeon of my heart. I'm going to keep you all in my heart and never let you get out. And I love the way he is entering into the children's game, what the ideas that are going on in the children's head, and he becomes part of it. And there I will keep you forever. Yes, forever and a day. And I will keep you in my heart forever. Forever and a day more than forever. Till the wall shall crumble to ruin and moulder in dust away. And I will love you until the walls of my castle disappear, until they fall to dust. So he's saying here, I will love you every day of my life until I die. And it's his way of expressing his love for his children. And I think it's a lovely poem like this. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Children's Hour by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.